Here's Oliver. Now, is ZERA going to bring something other than a Jameer? He does. He brings the Vanessa and the Bella. I loved seeing that Bella in the opening match of this tournament today, Stoic, so I'm glad to see it make a return.
Now, I do like the Bella, but more importantly, I love the 33 speed lead lock-in. That is the Vanessa. I love that he's going to contest with the speed here. I do like the Oliver first pick for Monkey. I feel like that's almost like a must in today's tournament to lock in that unit. And this is kind of where things are going to change, because I like the Bella. Bella says turn 1, says turn 2. It says a lot of things here. And then I love it, because the segment's saying turn 1, but the Pra is saying turn 2. We've got the Miles who says turn 1, but the Raccooni's saying turn 2. I love this back and forth of nobody actually committing to anything yet, but just like the threat of I could swap at any moment, and then Monkey lays it all down and says Leo coming in here.
Monkey is committed to saying, I'm going to choose the exact 4 units that I want for my team. Seems pretty confident that Leo is going to be the ban. And ZERA probably should, considering that he's got Miles scaling with speed. It's just a matter of how much does he value it. And I think for his strategy, it would be best to ban the Leo.
100% to be banning out that Leo, especially when you got that 33 speed lead. More than likely make it into the field here. And then, of course, we're going to be seeing a Camilla rock the field right now as well. So definitely seeing a Leo ban here. I think the Camilla is great, but we could be seeing a Miles or probably a Raccooni even, because there's not a ton of aggression and damage that MONKEYGOD can bring to the table. So he may have to ban out the Raccooni, knowing that it might resist the Oblivions that will be going onto the field in the form of Hearn.
Yeah, the Hearn is well placed. So many passives for her to eat up with the Oblivion right now. So let's see what ZERA ultimately locks down. We knew the Leo ban was coming, and the speed lead gets taken out. So now, all of a sudden, MONKEYGOD's in a position where he could reset somebody right out the gate here.
Yep, let's see what happens. Is Sekhmet going to be enough to kick things off for us right here? He's got to go for the reset on that Bella. Nails it. Sekhmet being so consistent tonight.
The 3-turn defense break and 3 turns of Oblivion. Now that's something that not even Tessarion can pull off all at once. The president of Summoner's War can't even do that. There's the lockdown, looking better than we've seen a couple of these skill 3s happen tonight, Stoic.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine this Raccooni being built on max resistance, eating up every negative effect it can find at the moment here. Oliver looking to shut down a lot of attack bar, probably even going after this Doc Cannon girl as well. Nice little turn there. Camilla's able to heal up anybody that took any damage there, but I feel like not too much worrying right now for ZERA minus the Raccooni being locked in.
Yeah, you just touched on something really important there, Stoic, because here's the thing. I mean, there is a 3-turn defense break and an Oblivion, but there's not a lot of pressure coming out of MONKEYGOD right now, and that proc from Raccooni just expedited the passive coming back online. We got big plays coming from ZERA as he freezes out Hearn, who is probably the biggest threat in isolation to his team.
Yeah, ZERA honestly is sitting real pretty right now because his opponent, MONKEYGOD, doesn't have a ton of aggression, ton of damage. Obviously, when Hearn starts getting more Oblivions out on the field, trying to stop, ZERA really halting that kind of progression. But the second ZERA has a window, I do think MONKEYGOD's going to be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, that's the thing. ZERA has a little bit of time before this goes fully out of reach. A nice resistance to keep the attack bar on Miles means that he's going to get some damage in and could potentially clean up a kill on Hearn if he got a proc, but unfortunately no such luck.
Yeah, trying to get the reset there on the Camilla with that skill too, being put away by that Sekhmet there. I feel like MONKEYGOD definitely is going to be having a little bit of trouble here, so the sustain's coming out there. Raccooni's going to be locked in online shortly, I believe.
That was huge that Camilla was just short on damage to kill the Hearn. That meant that Praha got max value on the crowd control and the heal. This is the moment where pressure starts building up. It's slowly falling out of the hands of ZERA. The moment that he had to breathe is now gone.
Yep, it really is. I mean, I think he needs to see some additional turns coming out of this Raccooni here, because Raccooni has got to be the unit of focus right now. Beautiful, violent proc coming out of MONKEYGOD. That first skill is going to hit a lot, and I do think he has to keep pummeling this damage right into this Raccooni, opting to choose to go for the Bella instead.
Yeah, oh, and the resist on the Oblivion. Raccooni's got a lot to choose from, though, on his upkeep, so he may, and he does. He's pretty smart, so he cleansed the defense break, and he gets the proc.
Yeah, he's
The
able to stay
rat.
alive here. Stun comes out. Big stun going to be landing on top of Sekhmet. Of course, oh my god, the additional turns are really rolling in for Zera. Getting that freeze on top of the Hearn right now. Hearn being the unit focus. And it is dropped. Zera getting control away from MONKEYGOD.
There we go. Now the procs are coming back in Zera's favor here. Kind of deserved, to be honest, because Monkey kind of just barely avoided the damage to kill. She was kind of on the verge of death for a while, that Hearn.
Yeah, definitely. So these defense breaks obviously are going to be really impactful if MONKEYGOD's able to take advantage of any of those, but that is so much damage coming out of that Dark Cannon Girl, able to eliminate that prop from the field, so the sustain is gone. The control is still technically in MONKEYGOD's hands here. Oliver is a problem unit going up against these two water units, but it's all about, is this going to be enough? Can he really deny the turns of Zera, or is Zera going to get his turns in there, get the damage where he needs it, nails that slow and freeze, additional turn pops out here, but this is really, really tough for MONKEYGOD.
Very clutch little freeze there that he procced out of, and now he's being very patient, MONKEYGOD, with that third skill. He saved it until it was proper timing so he could absorb the maximum amount of attack bar.
Wow, look at that damage from Miles. Miles just does so much work there. Beautiful second skill, getting the slow, getting the victory there. Zera getting his first victory away from MONKEYGOD.
Yeah, there's so much damage coming from Miles, even on a glance. He's one of those units that really truly does not care what element you are. He'll deal practically the same amount of damage, just ignoring your defense based on his speed. He's a crazy, crazy monster.
Yep, almost any time that you see a Leo hit the field and in result of a Miles being on the other side of the field, it's like you don't want that Leo. Leo's almost 100% getting banned. There's got to be some very specific reason that you don't ban out that Leo, with whether you're able to eliminate the Leo early into the match or you just don't let it go through, because Miles' damage is just, it's all based in that speed. If you limit that speed with a Leo on the field, like, you're not going to see those big results that you're looking for, and Miles always has big results.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? We saw more of the Raccoony this game too, Stoic. We asked for it. We kind of wanted to see more of the Raccoony as a response to certain monsters, and he was there, and I felt like he actually did some work. At the very least, he soaked up a lot of the damage that game.
Yeah, he soaked up a lot of Monkey's time there because he was really trying to fight to get rid of that Raccoony there. I liked the Hearn. I thought Hearn was a great unit to try and lock down a unit like Raccoony, but you know, Raccoony really did. Raccoony held on and gave Monkey a lot of trouble there, because I think if Raccoony got away earlier, like just having full investment into that unit, you know, maybe we could have seen something different here. But well done. Zera stayed alive there. Raccoony was able to hold on. He got his first round victory there. MONKEYGOD looking to respond as we get into a game number 2. He needs to get his victories up here on Zera, even things out so he doesn't have to sweat so much.
Yeah, because now he's in a position where he kind of needs to stress. I mean, we were seeing Monkey be so excited and so animated before, and now he's just focused. He's looking much closer to the same face of Zera's confident kind of stoicism here as he's focused in on the game.
Oh, did you just say stoicism or stoicism? Either
stoicism. Yeah, stoicism. Yeah, he's looking much more stoic.
Is he? What a cool dude. Pre-ban's locked in. Vanessa and Gianna getting pre-banned here. Zera with the first pick. Good
monsters to ban out. A 33 lead, so that way you can take what you want. You can try to get a lead with that.
Man, so much back and forth with the Oliver. Like, no matter what that first pick, it's always getting locked in there, taking it away from your opponent. It's just something that throughout all the tournament today, and across other regions as well, Oliver remains a priority pick.
Yeah, Oliver, he transcends regions. I'm noticing that Zera is getting more and more nervous, you know, which is funny because he's up a point, but he's taking these moments in between picks and bans to kind of breathe, center himself. You really get a lot out of these cams, so that way you know how the players are feeling, and he locks in the Holy Trinity. That's got to help him rest easy a little bit.
Yep, that's our first Holy Trinity that we've seen all night. Zera locking in the Miles, Raccoony, and Oliver, of course. MONKEYGOD with the very safe, we have seen this before, Jameer Sekhmet.
Very safe, and that's also been like a pretty consistent response to the Oliver. Again, we've been talking about this. You want to make sure that you have something to keep even if Oliver runs rampant and starts increasing cooldown times. Here comes the Shizuka. Getting picked into an Oliver is always a little bit dangerous, especially when you don't have immunity on board outside of that initial will set.
Yep, looks like Juno's going to hit the field in result of the Shizuka. It sounds like Shizuka's definitely getting into this match here. That's not going to be the ban. Praha being drafted by ZERA to wrap up his draft here. This is a strong draft. I do like this coming out of ZERA. That definitely says he's letting the Juno through if I ever saw one. So I do think Juno and Raccoony make it through with the ban going out on top of either the Miles or potentially that Camilla. Because right now, MONKEYGOD's not showcasing a lot of damage. Getting rid of that Camilla is going to be a massive problem.
Yeah, and that's something that we consistently see through a few of the players in this game, or in this tournament rather, is that they have a lot of faith in that Jameer to be the damage. The bans go out. We were in a position where that Tessa was just going to eat up this board, so I think it's important to ban it out of the way. And of course, Juno would be a huge thorn in your side if you've got a Shizuka.
Look how consistent this segment has been all night. Landing the reset on top of that Oliver, just like segments landed every reset throughout all of this tournament. It's crazy to see this, because this is not the segment that I feel like a lot of people know. And more damage coming towards segment. Miles puts in those massive numbers. Raccoony obviously enabling so much of this right here. A little bit more resistance popping out there, as it should be with this Raccoony.
Thinking about using something more, and opts to just use second skill, which I agree, and also the patience here is pretty important. Of course, you got the reset from the Jameer, but you don't want to force it too soon and lose tempo. So I think he's playing this real safe and really right.
Yeah, let's see what happens. He does have Curse the Beautiful, wakes up everybody, gets defense breaks across the board. He's actually not expecting to see all those negative effects there land with Curse the Beautiful, but hey, they're here. This is just segment being even more consistent. Beautiful stun there with additional turn, pumping that damage right into segment. Segment's been a problem unit for ZERA, and he's really trying to eliminate it.
This would be a good time to go on the Raccoony just because he's got that heal block on, so if on the off chance he doesn't cleanse that one, he at least won't come back. Same is true with the Oliver.
Yeah, it looks like he goes with all things, gets stuns across the board on ZERA's team here. Shield's going to be protecting this segment from dropping here.
And only the heal block remains. That was pretty fortunate. The Raccoony managed to cleanse up everything except the one that would heal them.
Yep, it was brilliant there. We're going to see that third skill go off. We have all things once again available with Shizuki. He does choose to do it, though. We get the defense breaks, the stuns landing on top of the Miles. Everything's going to get cleansed, though. Raccoony definitely looking like a problem right now. So this is where I was saying with MONKEYGOD, not really having a ton of damage right now. The Camilla's going to be a problem. Raccoony's going to be a problem. Even Miles is just so tanky, and it's able to put up so much damage right now. I really like ZERA's draft, because what MONKEYGOD's showcasing at the moment is that when you deal damage to one, Raccoony's going to heal it up. He needs to be able to stop this Camilla and Raccoony with just how much sustain it's bringing to the table right now.
You're so right, man. The MONKEYGOD's game plan right now is to just delay until Jameer's third skill comes back online or Shizuka's third skill comes back online, and it's looking like the former is going to happen first.
Yep, so the win condition right now for MONKEYGOD is to get his third skill with Shizuka to get a defense break anywhere, and then Jameer cleans up. That's the damage, and that's the threat that MONKEYGOD has right now, and he needs to find that window. But it's really tough when all the damage is sitting on a Miles and Camilla, able to pump in so much damage, and there's a two-turn sleep freeze sitting on top of this Shizuka. It's not at all what MONKEYGOD needed to see, and ZERA looking very comfortable right now.
Yeah, and now he's in a position where he may need to use it. He really didn't want to use that third skill right now just because of this exact situation. She's a long way away from her turn. She was going to get the third skill back naturally in a second anyway, and that was just a tough situation for MONKEYGOD. ZERA getting a second point on the board in this best of 5.
Yeah, well done, ZERA. I feel like you read into that draft really well. Sorry that MONKEYGOD wasn't bringing a ton of damage, kind of volatility, and he was able to draft these crazy bruisers. You got that team where he had the Trinity in there, you got the Camilla in there, teamed up with that Raccoony. It was just so much sustain. That bruiser team was just way too thick, and he brought so much damage on top of that. So it was just in a position of where MONKEYGOD had no damage. He couldn't get through that iron wall.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just kind of petered out, you know. And like you pointed out, he had the win condition in sight, but it was turns in the future. You needed the defense break so that way you could start taking out a unit, and the difference was in damage. It was how quickly ZERA was able to dispatch his opponent, because he didn't need to wait around for turns to pass until he got a defense break when Miles can just dish it out.
Yep, exactly. So let's see what happens, because we should see change of pace here. MONKEYGOD looking to get his victory over ZERA so he can stay in this match. ZERA looking to shut him out here and get a nice 3-0 at 4 a.m. in the morning for me.
Yeah, it's a fresh, a fresh 4 in the morning for you right now. We haven't seen any of the Light Monkey King, by the way.
I know he's not able to play the unit that his name comes from here. The MONKEYGOD not able to draft the Monkey Kings. Maybe he might be able to utilize one of those going into ZERA's match here. But pre-bans from last time, Gianna Vanessa. We've got a Raccoony and Nephthys getting pre-banned. I love seeing this Raccoony in the pre-ban. It's so wild to see that.
It's great. At SWC, seeing a 3-star pre-band like that, it never gets old, but I'm happy to see it, honestly. The Raccoony was really difficult to play around before. Let's see the Oliver come down. There it is. And then ZERA is not one to immediately answer with the Jameer, typically. Usually it's the Bella. He beat me to it.
That's crazy that he's responding right here. We're going with the Vanessa, locking in at 33 speed lead, teamed up with that Bella. We saw the damage already. And of course, Oliver just being a first pick in a position of anybody taking a first pick right now in this tournament. Oliver's gone. Let's see if he tries to synergize with this Oliver. Do we see it, a holy trinity, come from MONKEYGOD here, or do we see another change of pace?
And it's a Light Monkey King, Stoic.
It's like we called it. We spoke it into existence here. Light Monkey King coming to the table for MONKEYGOD. He's got the Chiwu. I love the Chiwu. I think Chiwu's going to be a perfect unit, especially where ZERA has already drafted the Bella, the Dak Cannon girl, able to apply glancing to stop this unit from doing stuff. Obviously, Hagang is going to be a unit drafted because of Chiwu. I think Hagang's great. I think Sagar's great. We've seen this combination from ZERA before. I love the Vanessa Sagar combinations.
Yeah, currently I'm favoring the draft on ZERA's side. The Wind Robo is really great if you're banning the Hagang.
Yes, and I do believe MONKEYGOD is in a position of already banning out the Hagang, and I think that Douglas is a little dangerous there. If he's banning out Hagang, Douglas is going to be in trouble to the Yeonhong and this Bella as well, so it's kind of crazy to see him drop in the Douglas. I would have rather to see just more synergy with this control team that he was drafting already.
I'm with you there, Stoic. I really think that another lockdown unit like the Light Monkey King, something to just AoE control, like even a Zavala, I would have liked to see. Not to say that he for sure has one, but yeah, I think ZERA's real comfortable just banning out one of the facilitators, and the Hagang notably makes it in too. I don't see ZERA having an issue with the Douglas. It seems a little bit desperate.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you thought that maybe this Douglas was going to come across as a ban, giving him a full team that was going to work in his favor here. But we'll see what happens, because he's going to be going with this third skill, and that's going to be enabling this Hagang.
All the huge cleanse and boost from the Hagang, showing exactly why he deserved to be at least considered for the ban here.
Look at all of that damage. Right away, Oliver's going to get halved. He's in a place that MONKEYGOD does not want him, and the reset comes out. The provokes land on this field. Douglas looking to make any sort of grasp that he can at shutting anything that ZERA has down. Keep in mind, we still have the Vanessa passive active, and the only unit that he had to reset that Vanessa passive is now gone.
Oh my goodness, so much is coming out of ZERA, so much damage from the Bella. So fun to watch this unit go off in a tournament like this. The additional attacks are always a pleasure to watch. Increasing the cooldown time on the Light Monkey is just a bonus considering it's stunned and provoked right now, and ZERA doesn't even need to stress about this Douglas. Now would be a decent time to get some damage in on it though if he's so inclined. He's opting to wait for the defense break, I think.
Yeah, that's so crazy. He's got all the time in the world here. Goes to the defense break, gets the additional turns as well, pumps that damage into the Chiwu. He's waiting for this Chiwu to drop, and then he's got just so much damage you can put into this guy. He's choosing to use the Bella into this this Douglas. Gets the additional turn on top of that. Is that going to be enough? Not just yet, but it is going to come back with an passive attack buff this time. Attack bar pushback, and I mean, right there's your second skill finishing off this Douglas. So Douglas definitely out to go. And this is what you use that second skill, moving the attack buff. Killing it? Not killing it. But that's going to be it right there. Wow! The 3-0 from ZERA.